Hello, you guys. Good morning. Holy cow, it is so early. And I am just so tired. So do forgive me. That's what I was late for. I just could not wait, shake the tiredness off this morning. And I've been up since about 6 o'clock. How are you guys? Let me see. Hey Remy. Oh, that's the one that we have photos and videos of. Hey Rena, hey Cool Gamer, New Orleans Lady, hey Frankie, Punksy, sending you good karma, hey Woofy, 7 of us, Sonia, Lex Luthor, Unique Trauma Obsessed, hey Roz, TCA, and Katie. Hey Jinlu. Okay, so this is really cool. Jana has a 2013 CRV, which is the same car that Kiely had. So she went and took photos of it. She's so good with details. Like, remember, she's the one who wrote a lot of that timeline out for the unmurdered stuff. And she's just so detailed, and she just did a great job. She showed I'm gonna show you guys. There's a few there's a few pictures and a few videos, and yeah. Oh my gosh, Rena, I am so sorry. It's gonna be okay. I know how you feel. Oh man. Is it a full day or is it half a day? Hopefully half a day. um TCA, sorry I was late and left y'all hanging. Hey Marcy. So let me go ahead and pull that up. This is really interesting, and I was fascinated looking at this last night because for one, this is the exact year she had, and it's changed quite a bit because the other photos I had seen from other CRVs, things were a little bit different. Oh, full day. Oh my God, that sucks. Well, it's going to be okay. She's going to do just fine. I kind of feel liberated, actually. Yeah, tattoos. Bentley started at 3 weeks ago, and I'm feeling good about it now. But the first day was a little different. What model was it? EX or LX? You know what? I don't know, Remy. That'd be good to find out. Jilly Bean, I hope you're doing well too. Okay, let's see. I have a Facebook account that I created just for YouTube, so I could send photos and stuff and videos there without accidentally showing any kind of private information of anybody's. You know what I mean? Let's see. So here is the first one. Now this is the back seat looking from the front seat. And you know what? She actually sent text with each photo. Maybe I should pick them up like that or look at them like that. Let's see. Okay. Just so we can see what she said. Her first message says, mine will not start from neutral. In fact, it won't even let me put it in neutral before I start or after I start. Wait, or after? You got to be able to put it in neutral at a point, right? It won't even let me put it in neutral before I start or after I stop. I think that's what she means. And then she says, this is the front seat looking towards the back. You guys, that is a large hole. I'm sorry, that little girl could get through there so easily. I could get through there with all the junk in the trunk. You know what I mean? Seriously, there is no way that she cannot get through there. To explain answers to the questions. Well, I don't know. Has a sunroof. Okay, so the one that we have photos of has a sunroof too. I wonder if anybody, let me see if I could look really quickly and just see what comes up on Google while we're sitting here. The only way you could get it to start in neutral was if the safety switch was bad. Okay, let's see. What model was Kiely Rodni's vehicle? I sent some of these to Brittany already, and I'm going to send her some more. Wow, this picture that showed up on this, I don't know if it's actually her, but it looks like a lot like Gabby Petito. I'll have to save these here and show you guys after. What model was her vehicle? It was 2013 CRV. It does not say. Let's I can't find anything quickly, but if you guys let me know if you find it, then let us know. Okay, so that is a huge hole, though. There is yeah, without all the other variables. That's what has me stuck right now. I meant without all the other variables. However, even with them, I think she could. Because think about it. Yes, it's flipped upside down, right? So she would have to swim through it. She's a 16-year-old girl. She could easily swim, like hold her breath and do that. And she would think to do that. Like I told Brittany yesterday, it reminds me of the Titanic. They do that on there. Um, because you're going to try anything and everything to get out. Your will to live is so strong. I don't think any of us even really even realize how strong it is unless you've been like in a situation where you found out. But answers to some of the questions that I have. Well, awesome, Chris. I'm glad you're here. Girl, I am a trunk and I could get back there. It'd be a struggle, but Fluff can get in the back too. We'll wait till you guys see the rest, but let me go through some of these comments. She was tiny. They've done the autopsy and police have said they have the autopsy, but they're not going to release it until around November 1st. They're hoping that's when they'll have, like, I guess the rest of the investigation done. Exactly, Amber, all over pushing every button I could to try to escape. If you can't get out the front, you're going to try the middle. Then you're going to try the back. Now, if water was rushing in that side window, I could see skipping past that. But wait till you guys see this video or this window. It's not just a regular halfway window. Just hold on. Let me I'm getting ahead of myself, but here. So this is the back, but this is with the seats folded down. So that's just showing you kind of in general the size. Let's see. Now here we go. This is the window. Okay, most windows stop halfway down. This is the halfway in a CRV 2013. That's basically all the daggone way down. Wonder if water was in the lungs. I don't know. Here's the thing. Water coming in fast like that or in some depth will fry your electric components. You can't open the windows. So the window had to be open before she went in. But look how far that window opens. Now, water would be rushing through it for like 40 seconds or more, right? I don't know. 3/4 of the way down. That's crazy. Until I saw this picture, I had no idea that it was that big of a, opening. That's daggone all the way down. Well, I was going to say damn it, and I was trying to watch my mouth. So that was like the next thing I came up with. Okay. And that's from the inside. Look at the palm trees. She says a lot more than half. This is the same back window down as far as it goes, taken from the inside of the car. That's why I keep my back windows locked. Okay. Now, this is the hatch door. Okay, this one, the hatch door is up and open so you can see the hatch area. Okay. Wait, I sent that one twice. Sorry. I sent duplicates on accident. So this is the hatch area, which is pretty big. And I remember, I think it was Jana who said that when she bought it because at the time it had one of the bigger, trunks on the market. I'm a tiny person, so I knew I could get to the back quickly, and so could she, I'm sure. See, I'm not tiny. I'm just like average size. I'm a little thick, and I know I could. There's no doubt in my mind. But maybe I'm just thinking that and I couldn't, but that's kind of how I feel about it. Can anyone answer if the passenger seats were down? I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything about that. But the back window was only halfway down. Okay, so I know that. But what I'm saying is the halfway down on these, so people were speculating that that was like as far as the window rolls down, right? And if it was as far as the window rolls down, it was further than we think, because on a CRV, they roll down a little further than most. That's a lot bigger than it looks from the outside. I know, it is. Is there a seatbelt back there, Frankie? Wait till I show you this. I'm 5 foot and barely 110. You're tiny little thing. Okay. This is the back hatch. She put us a beach chair in there to show how actually big it was. And she says, hold on. She says, this is the same photo with a full-size beach chair for reference as to how big the hatch area is. And then she's going to do it again with the rear seats. Okay, so this, see, that's quite large. But so here she shows this is the hatch with the rear seats folded down. And then from the side. So this is the hatch from the side, and you see that little side window that they were looking in on Adventures with Purpose in that back right here. You can see my pointer. And then, yeah, it's quite large though. The hatch is a lot bigger than it looks for sure. In like just looking at the vehicle, a picture of the vehicle. I'll show you the seatbelt that she sent. That is kind of crazy. Exactly, Punksy. Yeah, you're right, Sonia. A lot more space. But I can not only get back there, but I can completely set in the way back. 5'7", under 140. Remy has a 2013 and 2015, and she can get all the way in the back and set back there. Now, Kiely was, what, like 110, 110 pounds, and I forget how tall she was. Yeah, that comes in the center. Okay, so let me show you the one that she sent me, that seatbelt. Hold on. I think it may be one of the next photos. So, like I said, she's very good with details, which I love. Okay, so then she shows this photo was taken inside the car, looking over the back seat into the hatch with the full-size beach chair. So see, she's sitting in the back seat taking this picture, and then this is the picture. This is the hatch with the full-size beach chair. I'm not saying it was rolled down as far as it could go. Louisiana girl. Right. You're right. I think it looks like it's halfway too. I was wondering if maybe that was just my mind assuming that it was right at halfway where a window stops. I need to go back and look again. Or if not, then it was rolled down and not rolled all the way down, which is I don't know, kind of weird, but have an emergency pull cord. You know what, New Orleans lady? I wish she was in here because I don't know. Remy, does yours have an emergency cord? You can fit a whole baby carriage like the one with the detachable car seat back there, plus 3 to 5 full duffel bags stacked like a pyramid. Wow. Well, look, the beach chair, I mean, that right there, that was such a good idea. She amazes me, her brain, so I can't, but I thought this really shows like, okay, so here the next one is the hatch area, but she pulls the cover out just so that we can just get an idea of the entire details of her vehicle. I don't know if Kiely's had that or not, and we know that most likely was not out like that, right? Well, it wasn't. But just to show that that's there. So now there's 4 short video clips. Okay, so the first one, it says this is to basically show the outside of the car with that back side window down. I only put one window down on one side, which I think she did passenger and it may be driver's, but it doesn't matter. This is just for the purposes of, I don't think there's any sound anyways, but. See, yeah, it looks like hers was much more higher up than that, huh? And then there's that side window. Oh, the hatch looks smaller than it is, but it is quite large. What is that on the back? Is that for bicycles? Okay. Yes, there is an emergency handle in the trunk. Well, I don't know that it would help either, but I still think, would she think to try to hurry up and pull that and get back there? Because that is what my son's dad told me. I was asking him like what he thought about her being in the back, and he's like, that's totally normal, Alex. I'm like, wait, what? You didn't think that? Don't think that's odd? He's like, no. He said, if I'm in the front seat of a car that goes in the water and I can't get out of my door, I'm not going to waste 1 second sitting there. I'm going to then go to the back seat and then go to the hatch. And especially if there is a pull emergency pull cord, that's really interesting. You like how I say bicycles? Well, how do you say it? It's not easy to find though. It's in there and there's a handle with a lock mark on it that you pull to pop the hatch open. The cover is usually an add-on, okay? So now let's go to the next video. So these last 3 videos are from the inside looking back over into the hatch. Oh, Humanimal! I'm so good to see you. I've been missing your shows. I've been seeing them in my thing after, which I've been really freaking so busy anyways. But I'm so happy to see you. You guys, if you are not subscribed to Humanimal, she is one of the most brilliant, sassy, beautiful ladies on the tubes with an awesome channel. And she just started doing live shows like not too long ago, a few weeks ago. So go check her out. Okay, so let's go to the next one. So this is from the inside looking back or looking down. Oh, wait. Then she shows us the close-ups of the seatbelt and stuff. So you see this seatbelt that goes up into the ceiling right there. And this is looking over into the back hatch and out the side window. Wow, Jana, thank you. You are the bomb.com for this. Because it's so nice to be able to actually look at exactly how much room and how this may have looked. So just imagine that window on the driver's side, on the same side as that seatbelt. I just don't know why she wouldn't have tried to go out that window. But I don't know. And here's another one. Oh my God. That's a really big back, actually. Look at it there. That looks so big. It's crazy. And then look how much more room even with the beach chair, which she would, that's probably around the size that she would be. She was tiny. Let's see what you guys have to say. Middle belt because that back seat seats 3. Then she says, I think I need to run out quick and show you something I forgot. So then she shows the sunroof. She says, did Kiely have the sky roof? Now, I don't know if she did or not. That's something interesting to think about, which Remy also brought up. Let me look at y'all's comments, though, for a sec. If she was intoxicated, she was also panicking, underwater, couldn't see. That's true. Louisiana girl. What do y'all think about Kylie's laptop? Oh my gosh, I don't know what to think about it either. I was going to pull up the photos of that after these. That's one thing I can't understand. Why did she not go through the window? Was she unconscious? I mean, I could see if water was coming, rushing in, but that would only happen for so long. There's more to the story other than her simply being in the back. AWP saw more, in my opinion. Ooh, was she tied up or anything like that? Isn't it? And law enforcement didn't come to collect it. I know. And they could see it clearly, looking just down through the water. Absolutely crazy. Um, okay, so here she shows the middle belt with the thing down, but hold on, we have. Then I sent her a picture because I told her, like, accidentally forwarded one of the pictures to her. And I was like, see, I'm forwarding them to my YouTube. Oh, shoot. YouTube, Facebook. Okay, so I asked her to stretch the belt, see how big it was, and then she did that. So hold on, let me get those. Oh, yes, and her Facebook group. Jana has a true crime Facebook group. I want you guys, if you're on Facebook, please go check it out because she's really incredible, and she has lots of good theories and different. I don't know. And I really appreciate her. Hold on, I'll have to link it after this. I really appreciate her doing this for us. Okay. So there's the middle belt buckled. And there it is again. Let's see. Here she is showing it how far it comes out from to this side. It comes all the way past the door, and then she shows on the driver's side. Wait, is that the Yes. So on the passenger side, it comes just right to the door, basically. But through the driver's side, you're really able to see she stretches it pretty far that way. I still don't know if it's far enough to reach the back like that. It just doesn't look like it, does it? Like, hold on. That is from, okay, so this is from the driver's side. So it's going to be a little further because it's closer to that side. And then this is from the passenger side. To me, the belt does not look long enough to go through the back hatch at all. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think because I don't know what else could that be unless maybe it was cut or I'm not sure. And another thing I was thinking when she sent me these, I was thinking, so if you use a belt, think about it. If you pull a belt and this comes down from the ceiling, see right here, over on the driver's side in the back. If, Lord have mercy. If you use a belt like that, which let me get back to that picture because it's okay. And you're going to pull it, and then slam something on top of it. Okay, so you're going to have to stretch it out as far as you can, like she is right here, actually. See how she's holding the metal? So then when they slam it, isn't it going to be that metal piece hanging out, not just like a piece of the belt? This belt is not long enough. That back seat's not small. And to come all the way out the bottom, I don't know that it could come out the bottom door right here like that, much less the back seat. I got to know what you guys think because this showed me right there that can't be that belt. If it is, I don't know. Hey, Pink Dahlia. You can mention another channel. That's okay. Her height and weight, I think she was around 110 pounds and 5'1", 5'2"-ish. I don't know. Maybe I'm just making that up, though. So I don't know 100%. Actually, there is a way. There is a belt. Wait. There is a belt above behind the driver back seat. If the seats were down, it will reach. But wouldn't the metal piece be what would be sticking out like that? Because it'd have to have like some extra room for it to be folded in the door like that. Remy, will you test that and let us know? Hey, Megan, I still feel like it's clothing or something. Hey, his Sally, my Jack. Good to see you. Check It TV. Yep, that's the channel that found it. The YouTuber that found the stuff. You can absolutely put any channel in here, you guys, as long as you're talking good about them. But it still retracts though, so why would it be stuck out of the hatch? Well, if they'd have to hold it out and close it on it, right? To like trap it in there. I really don't think it's the belt. It can. I've slammed my belt in the door. Now, have you slammed your belt in the back though? And will you try to see if not only you can stretch it through that back or through to the back, because it wouldn't go through the seat like that girl did because it comes from the ceiling, but to not only where the metal isn't hanging out, but it's just the belt. Jana's Facebook group, I'm going to link it in just a second, but let's see. Let me see it. I'm going to test this and see if my, okay, I'll link it right now. It's called True Crime Let's Talk. And yeah, she's really awesome. And she would absolutely love, like Allison, when you do a video, go over and share it with them. They probably love to see, like tonight, you're doing that live, or if somebody watches a video they really like or whatever. I know she would so appreciate seeing you guys over there. So let me. Here's the Facebook group right there. I'm going to actually pin it to the top if I can. There we go. Okay, so top belt out of hatch. I'll try it out later, send it to you. Awesome, Remy. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. The belt in his is about 8 feet long. Huh. You're also kind to me. It's possible Kylie clambered into the trunk herself. But yes, a back belt out trunk. Hey, Peach. How are you, beautiful? I'm still wondering if she could reach the pedals with the seat pushed back as far as it was. Well, I'm wondering if I'm right about her height, because if so, you wouldn't think if it was pushed super far out. We're going to go look at that belt again, actually. Hey, Amanda. How are you? Amanda has a great channel. True Crime Analyst has a great channel. I know I had mentioned Humanimals. I want to mention you guys. Mo and Case Discussion do a lot, and Peach has a good channel. I don't know if you got some of you guys in here that have them that I don't know. Pink Dahlia has a channel. She got some Summer Wells news over there, which is really cool. She was 5'7". Okay, so yeah, she totally could have then. Are they saying she's 110 pounds, or have I just made that up? Because I cannot remember where I've heard or seen that. I wish law enforcement would come out and say something, anything about it. Like, we know it's most likely an accident or not, then they would shut some people up. Absolutely. And waiting so long on the on telling us what the any of, like, just the cause of death. Was it drowning? Was it something else? That would be really helpful, but I don't know. Warning, my car is nowhere near as clean as hers. Mine neither, Remy. That's what I was thinking, looking at it. I was like, dang, it's vacuumed and everything. Windows should go down automatically. SA, that's a really awesome point. They should. Rena has a good channel. She was in here. Jagger has done an Insta account in memory of Kylie. No freaking way. An entire account? Even if she could get to the very back, there's absolutely no reason for her to, because the car isn't going to nosedive, and it's going to happen under 20 seconds that it's completely filled. Are you sure it wouldn't nosedive? Because the engine would probably pull the front down. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's also what I was told by like a man, but I don't know. So here are just more of the belt. And I think, is that it? Let's see the last one. Oh, yeah. She said, just for the naysayers, to show that it's a 2013 CRV. Those are pretty cars, though. I like it. So yeah, that was the last one of those. But okay, so now that this is fresh in our heads, where the belt is, exactly what it looks like inside. Because Megan VR, took pictures for Brittany, who's covering this, my friend. I know you guys probably have been over there watching this case, but if not, allegedly with Brittany J has been doing a good job covering it. And Megan took pictures, but hers is a 2020 or something, like a 2021. It's a newer model. So, and things like that change. Okay, I'm going to stop screen share for just a second, and we're going to YouTube Evil Exist, which is one of my favorite channels. I love them so much. They always, every case I'm following, they're following usually, and they put out information in very quick videos. So it's not, you don't have to, if you don't have 2 hours to sit down and chit chat, conversate, you can get all the information over there really quickly, which is nice. So they have photos of what was found of her stuff, and they also have photos of the belt. So that is what I really wanted to see. Let's see. Okay, hold on one sec. Videos, and then I'm going to share the screen again. Let me check y'all's comments though really quick. Hey, Michelle. Allie, it didn't nosedive. Doug said the car front was facing the reservoir. It would have flipped on its side. Well, they say that they nosedive. It would have flipped on its side. That's interesting because it could nosedive, but then still level out. Like that would just be the process of going down. The front would come down a little faster because it's heavier because of the engine. But I had wondered if it nosedive and flipped forward. And that's how it got upside down. But that's crazy. Oh, Brittany's in here. Hey, Britt. There's the actual missing couple in Mexico with a live from the woman, which is alarming if you ever want to talk about it. Ooh, with a lot. Yeah, I'm interested. I don't know. I'm a little bit confused, but thank you guys. Thank you, Woofy, for sharing their channels. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome, Britt. And I sent you like the most damning photos out of these, but I'll go through and take the time to send each individual one in the videos after this video. It didn't flip on its side either. It flips once it's filled with water and tires still are close to the surface of the lake. Amanda, you should go live. Might go live again someday. Thank you, Peach. Awesome. Okay. Evil exists. Just because it's fresh in our mind, we're going to take a look at that seatbelt, and then we're going to look at the photos of the stuff that the YouTuber found. And I'm really curious because her laptop says MILF on it as well. And it also says a couple other interesting things. Some things that allude to drugs like marijuana, dabs, the DAB, drugs are bad. That is like parroting the DARE, dare from the 90s and talking about dabs, weed. So, here. What's this sticking out? Wasn't this what we watched anyways, like yesterday to see the video? Or where did we see it? Oh no, I found it on Genetic Code. That's right, but they've obviously got it here, so we'll just look at it here. I'm just going to literally pull up to the part where it shows. Okay, so here. Now, do you see any metal? Because to me, the metal would have to be hanging out. There's no way you pull that seatbelt all the way back without holding that metal piece that buckles. That's what you're going to hold. That's what you're going to hold when you're shutting the thing down on it. And you're going to have to watch out because your hand can get smashed, right? If anybody who has like a hatch like that, you can't stand right underneath it and shut them. You got to be kind of careful. Because my parents have had a couple cars with hatches like that. So do you guys see any metal? I got to know what you guys think. I have zero hope in that law enforcement if they missed all that evidence. I know. And you can clearly see it straight through the water. Ugh. Hey, Robert. Fancy that, a bloke in a kayak finding that. Yeah. I don't know. I absolutely don't know. It's that's what leads me to believe she was either completely unconscious or deceased when the vehicle went into the water. I'm thinking it was too, because I'm thinking she was too, because I just think she would have made it out that window if she wasn't. I really do. It flips nose down, but only once completely filled. Plus, the passenger window in front was completely out. See, yesterday we watched a video on Crime Catalyst where she shows this other car going into the water, and it's really, really interesting. If you guys have missed that, you got to go check it out. I will send you the info. Will make sense. Oh, yeah, okay. Woofy. Subbed Woofy. My phone never know. Oh no, Katie. Do they have to pull down the pull down strap for closing the trunk? I don't know. Is Rumi still in here? I think that she was going to work, but I would like to know. AWP said it didn't appear she was trying to escape. I saw that. They said like she didn't seem to be like she was super frantic or anything. Yeah. That's going to make a huge difference, that pull down strap for closing the trunk. But the pull hatch would be the same as the doors. You can't open them once 4 inches of water. Right, I know, but I think that she could have possibly went to the back to try to come out that way, or hit that emergency opening thing. But the belt is what I'm really curious about. I want to know, okay, if you guys think that this is the seatbelt, can you put one? And if you think it's the seatbelt, or either way, if you do or don't, and you see metal, can you put a two? So you might have to put one and two. But so if you think it's a seatbelt, put a one. And then if you see any metal, put a two. Because to me, if we don't see that, I don't think it's a seatbelt. It's probably something else. Maybe her belt, maybe some of her clothes. Maybe she was laying there. They threw her in the back and she was unconscious, and something was hanging out like off of her clothes, and they shut it, or her purse or something, like a purse strap. Whatever it is out the back. They edited this very particularly. Doug said in every interview, everything is in the video. I love Doug. My God, he's so cute. I watched a really good interview with him this morning, but it was just clips of it. But it was basically like all the times where he says, like, this is suspicious, it's not right, and different things like that. And it was really interesting just to have it all together. So you do see the metal. You don't think it's a seatbelt or see the metal. This laptop is not confirmed to be Kiely's. Y'all will take something and really run with it, huh? In my opinion, if law enforcement comes out and confirms, maybe. But as long as SF guy says so, not even family, then nah. Well, I'm not running with it. I'm just saying, if it is hers, it's fun. I mean, it says MILF on it, and her memorial says MILF on it. That was the part I wanted to talk about. That was pretty interesting to me. I'm with Woofy 3. You see metal, strap, or something else. You do think it was a seatbelt. Floating ashtray. Huh? You think it was a seatbelt. And you see the metal. I don't see metal, but I kind of see like a little bit of that what maybe could be, but I have really like not the best vision. And especially like I can see up close usually, but when I wear my contacts, like it kind of messes up my close-up vision a little bit. So nothing about this case has been done properly. Not many Apple laptops in that lake, I assume. Law enforcement couldn't even find Kiely, so who knows, Kat? 1 and 2. They're sent for you later when you have time. Oh, thank you so much. I have not, Peach. I really want to see that. We can pull it up if you guys want. Jagger made Kiely a memorial Instagram account. Oh, my goodness. I would love to see that. Hey, Kelly. That's funny because law enforcement left it, so who is to say? Honestly, I'm not trusting them in this now. All them lost contacts. Maybe Planet. It's the center one, and we'll reach clear through and out the back. Thank you. Thank you for your opinion. And I'm curious if you have one and know that for sure. Remy's going to try that for us. Hey, Vicky. Good to see you. Oh, you guys. Oh, thank you, Peach. Yeah, go grab it and I'll pull it up on Instagram. Let me show you. I'm going to remove the screen share for just a second and then I'm going to remove myself. I found this photo on Google. This is from Prosser Reservoir, which it's the little creeks that are right around that feed into that lake. I'm assuming. If I'm wrong about that, let me know. But that's the way that I understand it. But anyways, it's such a pretty picture, so I want to show you. So what is a reservoir? Is that the lake or is that like the rivers that feed into it? Maybe I'm silly for not knowing this. It's called Long Live Kiely. Perfect, Peach. Thank you so much. You're a peach, Peach. My grandma used to call my brother Peaches. May also have been placed in the lake at a later date. That's true, Michelle. It very well could be. Yes, I agree. Robert, I do. Oh no, Robert, I accidentally timed you out trying to agree with you and pull your comment up. Jesus, I'm sorry. It's only going to be 5 minutes and we can't undo it. YouTube needs to fix that because that StreamYard, it's very easy to accidentally time people out. Oh, thanks, Woofy. Well, which one is it? Dude, I have no shame in my game. I don't sit here and act like I know everything. I'm never going to act like that. I'm just some little girl from West Virginia who struggled with some issues for a lot of her life and trying to do better and do the right thing. And, I'm interested in true crime. That's all. Couple years of college, don't know everything. And I'll never pretend like I do. Just a little old country girl, A reservoir is the lake that was made by damming a creek or river. Okay, awesome. Thank you, good grandma. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Hey, Lola Roo. ATS News. Hey, beautiful. How are you? A large natural or artificial lake used as a source of water supply. Awesome. Thank you. I believe it's hers without a doubt. How and when it got there, I'm curious about. Oh, Thank you, Woofy. Thank Woofy. Amber, one of my friends has a 2013 CRV and she took photos and they were really, really interesting. They're at the beginning, but also I can send them to you so you don't have to scroll back. But yeah, there's a lot of room back there. There's a lot more room in between the seats than what I had initially thought because I had seen pictures of a newer CRV. But yeah, I guess they used Prosser to fill up Lake Tahoe. Not 100% sure. Now, is Lake Tahoe the one where all the dead bodies have been washing up and stuff? Oh, Amber, I'm sorry that I missed it. Gosh, that was super early. I was sitting here falling asleep. We had to get up and get the kids off to school and stuff. And my parents took the boys after I got them dressed and ready and everything. And I was sitting here like trying to get everything together, still falling asleep all the way up until time to go live. And I'm sitting at my computer like just about to fall asleep, catching myself. So, oh, oh yeah, they're super interesting. It won't nosedive. Let's see. Don't worry, I have 3 degrees and feel dumb. Well, I did like my first year in college, I did at a place called Salem University. And then I did my second year at a place called Glenville State College. And then I dropped out and I partied for a long time until I had Bentley. And I decided I wanted to go back. So I went back and I did another year at a community college. And I did really good. I was going to go back again, but then like we were going to be moving and stuff like that. So I just didn't. Um, Eventually one day I would like to do that. Jana, we're looking at all your awesome pictures and videos, and I shared the Facebook group is at the top, and if you guys didn't hear, and about this group. It's Jana's group, a true crime group. Please go over there if you're into Facebook true crime and the groups and stuff, and check it out, and show her some love for giving us all those pictures and stuff. You did an awesome job. Lake Mead is here in Vegas. Okay, that's the one I was thinking of. What, Woofy? I highly recommend following the Kiely case groups. Some have posted photos close up of the items they saw in the car. Ooh. My fiance loud as F, loud AF, and waking up for his class. Hey, Melissa Jade. I'm on my second cup of coffee already. I need to go get like a Bang energy drink. I love those. They are so good. Yeah, you got to go back and watch it. It was really good. Well, they're your picks, but I just think you did such a good job, and the chat really liked seeing them. And so, yeah. Okay, Katie. Have a good day. Okay, so let's look at this stuff really quick they found in the car. Laptop, hairbrush, and other items. So just watch this video. This is, again, Evil Exists. They have an awesome channel, and they actually had a post today saying, I don't care who uses my videos, which they've been over here. They've allowed me to use their stuff before. They're gracious like that. Look, this is my thing. If you're doing true crime videos and you're putting information out there to try to get the word out, to spread, to get awareness so that, you can crowdsource information, and maybe you never know what can come from that, right? A lot of good things come from it, some bad things too. But if your information could potentially help a missing child, or to solve the case of a murdered child or something like that, for you to be greedy and not want people to share it, or try to copyright strike people who do and stuff. Now, if someone takes all your work, pretends it's theirs, then strike them, of course. But just somebody wants to watch and talk about your video and spread the information. To me, if you get mad about that, then you're here for the absolute wrong reasons. That just, it don't make sense. Okay, hold on. Let's listen to him.
And I'm at a loss for words right now, too.
By the way, I just want to say I do love that. I think it's beautiful the way they wrote her name, but there's that freaking, why do they have a car in the background of the picture again with the hatch open? Am I crazy, or is that just like creepy as hell? And it's just, I don't know. I don't like that.
First of all, I take absolutely no credit for the information I'm about to share. Cheka TV is a YouTuber that has been going out to Prosser Reservoir. He found new evidence, which was still in the water. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw what he found. The link to his channel is in my description below. Go.
Now, I have not seen this guy's video. I'll have to go watch it myself. The Cheka TV or whatever it was we were talking about. Not crazy. It's creepy, but also it is creepy, and it makes me want, I don't know. I don't like that. It feels like it's, so here we have Virginity Rocks, Rip and Dip, which I wonder what that's about. And then the Dab for dabs, and then MILF Patrol. Now, you guys know I'm pro marijuana, obviously, but for kids, even at her age, I don't think she's old enough. I think your brain's not developed at that point. To me, it's like a 21 and older type thing. But we know that they were out there partying and they did that kind of stuff. Kids that age are going to do it. That's not like a huge surprise. The MILF Patrol, I'm just so curious, even if it means make it last forever. That makes no sense to me. Make it last forever? What? You're like Kiely passing away and the awful stuff that's going on around it, make what last forever? And on the, I don't know. This doesn't make sense to me, you guys. Morning, y'all. I haven't had my coffee yet, so I'll leave out the good. Lucia, this is Evil Exists. I think it's actually a she. She uses like a voice, like that's not her voice. She uses some like software to do that. And I believe that because, well, I don't know. There's times where someone showed me times where she mentioned herself as a she or her kids. Then I had heard, I don't know. Regardless, I don't know if it's a guy or a girl. It could be either one, but it's an awesome channel. They're called Evil Exit, and they just do little short videos of whatever, not only the trending and the trending true crime cases that are kind of popular, but also other ones. But definitely the ones that most people are following, you'll find updates there. I'm so sorry, Robert. I can't believe I did that. I heard it's a clothing line. MILF Patrol? Period, no matter what age she is, right? It is a she. Yes, she uses a voice changer. Thank you, Amber. I thought so. I was getting tongue tied, and I don't want to be like insensitive. And dear God, right now I've got somebody tagging Glad and all these saying that I'm homophobic, like literally. So I have to be careful. I love everybody. I can't leave now. You're in one of my earbuds, Katie. You can see the reflection on the laptop screen. There's a rip and dip. Oh, okay, I see. She's a South African YouTuber. I know that she talks about her kids and stuff like that. And someone had corrected me when I called it her a he before. So how about that laptop found? I know. Why would the police not look around? I mean, you clearly could look right down in the crazy mama. You clearly could look right down in the water and see the stuff in there. Can anyone consider that she was fully in the cargo area or if she was partially in the back seat? I don't know. We have the laughable mom patrol. Now we have the milk patrol. Oh, yes, Candace, mom patrol. I forgot about that. I'm going to look to see if that's a clothing line. Yeah, let us know. Oh, okay. Awesome. Thank you, Amber. At 10, so I'm going to jump. Oh, awesome, his Sally My Jack. We will come by there. I won't be on much longer. We'll definitely come by. Slash Jag. Kiely is rolling in her grave. Answer this. Jagger was said to be in Reno at a car show during the night, but he says he was 4 hours away enough, even though Prosser is only 50 minutes away. That's really weird. It is a clothing line. Wait. For the MILF Patrol. Okay. No clothing line for MILF Patrol, but probably the rip and dip is what I'm assuming. Jared stated very, very back. Yenny, I'm so happy to see you. Okay, so last thing we're going to look at, and then I'm going to go. I have a doctor's appointment, and his Sally My Jack has their first live, so I want to try to go over and support them. Hey, Jody. We're going to go to this Instagram. Oh, can't do it on the StreamYard window, or I'll lose you guys. Okay. What was it called again? Rip and Dip is. Okay, awesome. I thought it was Surfer Wax. Oh, yeah, they have all kinds of they like to use really, shocking names for that kind of stuff. I have to find Peach's comment again because I forgot the freaking name of it. Let's see. You're obsessed with protein shakes, Peach? I've been trying to have a lot more protein in my diet lately. Dude, I cannot find the name of the Instagram. Hold on, let's see. I'm way far back in our comments section. Grandmas and Peaches. Oh. It long live Kiely. Okay, got it. This is kind of strange, you guys. Crime Stories Obsessed had a video I watched earlier, either like during the middle of the night or last night or sometime in the last few hours. And she was saying, you know, showing photos of the interview with Kate and Jagger and saying that she believes that um, they are in a relationship. And she's like, pay attention to how she looks at him. And I thought that was really interesting. After that, I did notice. Um, she was looking at him a certain way. Which groups and where do I find them? Well, there's one Facebook group at the very top of the thing, and then I think they're talking about the Kiely groups. That to do that, you would just do a general search for Kiely's name in Facebook groups. They should have netted the car, in my opinion. So, do you think that stuff fell out as they were getting it out? Ooh, interesting, Peach. I'd like to talk to him. I would love to get him on here. Just gonna shake your tree. What did the kids say? I don't know, Jody. Have not figured that out. I'm really interested. It also says it MILF Patrol on the laptop they found. When it flipped, the stuff could have came out. Okay, that makes sense. Long live Kiely. Official Kiely appreciation account. Hashtag I love Kiely. If the world's making you crazy, then it's fuck the world. XXX Temptation. I can never say his name right, but you know who I'm talking about. You see it there. Okay, so let's just start here. Long live Kiely. This was my first big trip without my family. You and your amazing family took me to go to a Giants game when I'm not even a sports fan, but I went because I knew it would be time with you. And you know what? Ever since then, I've been checking scores for almost every Giants game. I wish we could go on more trips like that. I wish I would have gotten my shit together as quick as you so I could just drive us to all our dream places. I know you're here and I want everyone else to know that you are still here too. Also, for all the people falsely accusing me of such a terrible act, this is the day that I got my famous black Giants hat. I have worn it every single day of my life since that day. Wow. And that's kind of interesting because that hat, that picture. Hmm. What do you guys think about that? Skater kids. Yeah. The stuff being left in the lake solidifies my theory. Scott, what's that? Check the stories on the Insta. Okay. He's been writing a lot on it. Oh, wow. This is crazy. Thank you so much, Peach. This is really awesome to get to look at, and I did not know about it. Nights like these were meant for us to share together. Now, I've seen this post. They are creating more problems. Oh, I wish these people would just let you rest in peace and leave everyone alone. They're just creating more problems. I miss you. I love you. Take me back to these days. I love Kiely. Oh, how sad. Not him, but her. Happy 17th, my love. I hope you can see what everyone is doing for you. I hope you see I will never let your name die. You will live on. I will see you again someday, and when I do, I'm never going to let you go again. I miss you so dearly. I just wish I could hug you right now and tell you how proud I am of you. Your own thoughts on if this case is still gaining more evidence or not. He says, I can tell you that almost all new evidence surfacing is a false report. What the hell? How do you know that? How can you say that if you were hours away, Jagger? That doesn't make sense. Now, I don't want to be too, I would love to talk to him myself, but what even does that say? Is something wrong with me? I cannot even read that. Kiely, I miss you, love. Evidence does come from cops, though, so that's true. New evidence does. Yeah, but I'm saying, how does he know if it's real or not? You know what I mean? If it, like the stuff in the lake and everything, or which that was before that, I suppose. But He only wants to talk to Upchurch. Wow. Hey, Delana, good to see you. Cameron, I know that your comments, you guys, it's a little like graphic and stuff, but I mean, it's true. I don't know, it's kind of true in a way, right? It's like, oh, what? So just, aren't you happy that people care enough to prove that if something was done to this poor baby, that someone has to pay for it? I think Jagger is talking to the family. They made it sound like he stayed with mom when they were searching for her. But I totally get where you're coming from, Humanimal, because we see oftentimes, look at Summer's case. The police have had to say like 5 times that some of this YouTube stuff is hurting the case. It's not helping. Like the rumors and the lies and the spinning and no, that's okay, Cameron. I mean, I appreciate your honesty, and that's okay. I just said that because I know for some people, it doesn't bother me, may bother somebody else, and you know what I mean. Just trying to be respectful. I've lost family members and friends, and law enforcement just ignored the evidence. That's why I'm passionate about things like this. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that too. This Summer case is a mess like Madeline McCann's. Summer's case just breaks my heart, man. It's crazy. This shit shows that do harm, absolutely. Law enforcement are humans too. They're not superheroes. We got to remember that. Yes, they do wrong, but they also do good. Absolutely. Well, I mean, some of them are wonderful, and we wouldn't be able to survive as a society of people that can actually like a functioning society without them, right? But some of them are bad. It's just like with YouTubers. You have a lot of good ones, and then you have some bad ones who lie, steal. They're either lie for whatever reasons, maybe for money, for whatever, to take advantage of their audience. Can't believe anything they say. Get on here saying it's true crime and giving complete false information. That really bothers me. If you put something out unknowingly that's false, then you correct it. That's one thing, but it's too much emotional manipulation, and it's just wrong. But those couple YouTubers, they tend to give like a broad, the broad, the rest of YouTube gets a bad reputation because of it, and that's with anything. Yep, absolutely. The misinformation hurts case is not YouTube in general. Law enforcement telling us hurts us is laughable since they haven't commented on Summer's case in months. What the fuck is going on? I know. I commented. Oh, you know what? I tweeted to Leslie. Let's see if she wrote back, because I really want an update of some sort. I mean, geez. I'll keep tweeting her over and over again. Seriously, because yeah. TBI, I said at TBI investigation. It's been so long since we've heard anything about Summer Wells. Are you still working on it? Any updates at TBI Leslie? I'm going to retweet it right now and ask her again. I'm going to be a jerk now. I'm sorry. Doesn't law enforcement work for the people? Please give us an update. It's been months. Maybe that'll catch your attention. I don't know. I don't know. It's frustrating. Can you throw me a link? Yeah, of course. Ah. There we go, Scott. I'm going to keep going through these till you come. Um, love. I love Kiely, right? Long live Kiely. That's what the first one said with the flowers, because I could tell the last one was a K. Long live Kiely. Your name will live on forever. Everyone will know who you were to me, and everyone else. Rest well, my angel. Long live Kiely. I keep saying I love Kiely. Kind of crazy how quick all this happened. I'm glad we made the memories we did. We will make sure your name is never forgotten, my love. Uh, R plus E? What does that mean? Or is it one of the scratched in? Yeah, I can't tell. And then this is the last one. It says, I love you. Oh, Scott. Hey.
What's going on?
Not much. Nice to finally talk to you.
Yeah,
Meet you. How are you today?
I'm all right.
So, what are you thinking, Scott?
I'm like logical and like this is just going more haywire every day. And it's simpler than everybody thinks. I mean, I might be wrong in what I'm thinking of why stuff's happening, but
Mm-hmm.
it seems logical to me. So, first I think it's an accident,
Okay.
but I can't say it's an accident. The only thing that if you take out what everybody says, eliminate all this stuff that's swirling. The only thing that I can't get by is that there's no evidence of this party, right?
Right.
There's pictures of parties 2 weeks before, then you got the ones from Michigan and all this other stuff. There's nothing from that party. And a lot of people are saying, well, she's a minor, so they took down everything. Well, it's weird that it went from 100 people to 200 people to 400 people, right?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of older people supposedly be there. So somebody would have pictures, even if it wasn't of Kiely. Somebody would have pictures of just being in the area,
Yep.
right?
I agree. I think a
So
lot of people would. You would think.
yeah, so something's wrong there. So that makes me think that it wasn't a big party, that it was 4 or 5 or 6 people, like the small group. But
Hmm.
the reason I think it's an accident, and there's a lot. Well, let me get into AWP. I love those guys. You
Okay.
know,
I like them too. Yeah.
I've watched them guys since before they even started doing missing people. I watched them when they accidentally found the remains in that car.
Oh,
Like
wow.
not all recently, like as the videos have came out over the 2 years, I've always watched them.
Wait, so
And
they accidentally discovered remains and that's how they started doing it?
well, there was a couple before that where they had requests from the family to find somebody, and they found two before that. But then on their third missing person one, they weren't looking for a missing person. They just started removing cars. It was just Jared, and Doug was the tow truck guy, and Jared was riding around and finding cars and asked Doug to pull them out because the Ellie and other people wouldn't help him, right? That's how it all started. Then you had families started requesting Jared, hey, can you find my person? They went disappeared in their car. So then he found a couple. And then on the third one, they were just removing cars. And after they got it up out of the water, they looked in it and realized there was remains in it.
Oh,
And then
wow.
Yeah, and then after that, they switched. They kind of switched from. They don't just do missing persons now. They still they do some cars, like to get like 5 or 6 or 10 cars out of the water. They still do that, but he focused more on the missing people. And if you know Jared, and if you know AWP, like if you've watched him the whole time, they concentrate on a particular case. This is why this whole thing about them wanting to come and look for Summer is false. Because number one, they don't do missing kids. Number two, they don't do missing people that aren't in their car that probably are in the water. And number three, Jared hates foul play. If you
Oh,
if
okay.
you watch their videos, his family, his wife and his family do not want him messing with foul play at all. So there's a lot of things that are wrong about this AWP
Wait, so they
video.
never offered, they didn't offer to go search for Summer and the family denied it. Like, didn't,
Why
that's
would they? She's 5 years old. She's not in a car.
right. Oh my
Right.
gosh.
It's not what they do. That's not their MO. Right.
Now
So
I do know they did go out for Suzanne Morphew and looked in. They tried to look in a bunch of water out there, which it happened. A lot of it happened to still be frozen, and they were supposed to go back, and I never seen them go back. But that's another case. Like I think that's probably the only other one I really watched closely that they've done.
hmm and I don't get me wrong, everybody in chat, I like these guys, but there's stuff wrong with this. One, their search radius is always 5 miles. This one, it's 10. They never go look for missing people where there could be foul play involved. And this one they did. They never have brought anybody else up in an interview in their videos
Right,
before.
like now they're talking about the people involved, Jagger, the Toto, like that kind of thing, or
No, I mean the tow truck, the whatever you want to call him, road assistance guy in their video. They've never had another person
okay,
like that in their video. They've never veered from the last phone ping. If you watch all their videos, they always go to the most logical spot. Now, if you look at Prosser Lake and where the party was, that peninsula, if you really sit down and look, the only two spots logically to drive off there, I know you can drive in anywhere along the bank, but the logical roads is one is the boat ramp and the other one is where Kiely went off. So if I was them, that's the two spots I would start, which are the two spots they went to when they did go to Prosser,
right.
right?
Ah,
So
um,
that's why Doug was at one boat ramp and Nick was at the other, because that's what they
right.
normally would do, right?
Okay.
So there's a lot wrong, and so nobody's analyzed AWP's video. Okay,
He,
so
this is Scott, and he has a YouTube channel too. Woofy, can you drop his link for me, please? Pretty please.
I'm not a true crime guy though. I just
Well, still, you have a damn
yeah,
channel. Yeah,
yeah.
and you've talked
Well,
about other
thank you.
cases too. So yeah, absolutely.
Just
Um,
summer though, but yeah. So if you really okay, so let's go through the AWP video real quick. So when the road assistance guy is talking, when he says she, when the road assistance guy says she, AWP puts a picture of Kiely up,
right.
and they
They're
do
like,
that. They're insinuating that it's her. Correct.
mhm.
If you go through their whole video, there's like hundreds of insinuations and things that they're implying that may not necessarily or do not necessarily even coincide. They're painting a picture. And right when that came out, I told a couple people, I said, look, they're inciting the frenzy on YouTube by doing that. And this is exactly what they've done, because now we're a week later and it's absolutely insane on YouTube. All the
That is so
creators,
true.
they did
That
what
is
they
so
wanted.
true.
Okay,
Mm,
so here's the reason why I think the tow truck driver is telling the truth, but I don't think that it's Kylie's car. Number one, because if it was, whoever was in that video with the car would already be arrested. Number two, I think that what people are missing is what the tow truck driver says is implying that there's a domestic violence situation happening. Not that they're trying to cover something up in the car. If you really listen to what he says, it's more of a domestic violence situation. She didn't want to be where he was. So I think that whatever the tow truck drivers saw, okay, and then go to Jared, okay, when he was on whatever panel, I think it was Zav Girls maybe, and he said how they called Ellie to confirm the video footage and the tip from the tow truck driver, remember?
Yeah.
Okay, but then he says that the cop had never heard of that tip and that they never got back with them. So the fact that this guy has video has never been confirmed by Ellie. You really got to listen to what they say.
I'll have to go listen to that because I've only seen clips of it, but
Mm-hmm.
I do know when he was on Zavs and stuff. I don't know. I think it's really interesting. You bring up an interesting point. I know there's a lot of people in chat who agree and disagree, and you guys, I like that. We all have different opinions. That's how we learn from each other and stuff. You know what I mean? So, just
But you
try
have
keep
to
it
erase
simple.
when you're thinking about this stuff. You have to erase everything everybody else has said and look at each thing on its own. You know what I'm saying? And think of the logical. What's logical? It's
Well,
you see what I'm saying?
yeah, that's sort of like for like her ending up in the back. You know, a lot of people have said they think that's so suspicious, but for me, that feels like the natural thing, right? You're not going to go in and be stuck in your front seat, can't get out the door, and then just sit there and wait for the car to fill up. You're going to move and try to get out the next way, then the next way, then the next way. You're not giving up like that.
No.
So,
Well, what you got to figure. Okay, listen with the car. Okay, so there was only one window halfway down when it went in. Right? The driver's window got broke when they flipped it, and the passenger window most likely broke when it settled on its roof on the floor of the lake. So logically, there's only one window broke or one window halfway down the back one, even if the passenger one was down, let's say. So, right, logical doesn't always fit, but logical is the most simplest form. So when a car goes in, everybody's thinking about it being dry on land, and then everybody skips to it being upside down 14 feet down. You're not thinking about everything in between. So when the car went in, when a car goes in, I've jumped cars into water. When a car goes in, it's going to nosedive like Titanic. So the water's coming from the front of the vehicle and going toward the hatch because the car's vertical. Think of the hatch facing toward the sky when it starts to nosedive. Right?
right.
The further in the front end goes in the water, the straighter up the hatch is going to be toward the sky. Now imagine it being dark. Now imagine the cold water hitting you. The water's rushing in. What are you going to do? You're going to follow the surface of the water, right? So everybody says, why would she be in the back? Why would she be in the back? Because that's where the air was.
Yeah,
Your fighting instinct is to go where the air was. Now they say, oh, why didn't she just crawl out the window? Well, that back window that was halfway down, that space, that opening is a whole lot smaller than the opening to get into the hatch area. Number two, there's going to be water rushing in that window.
Yes, exactly.
So you have to wait until it's right. So there's a lot of reasons how, nobody's going to ever know like how exactly the car flipped, how it cantered, how it drifted, which way it rolled. Nobody's ever going to know. I don't even think an accident reconstructionist could figure that out because there's too many variables.
Well, I want to show you something though, just because this is kind of exactly what you're talking about. Crime Catalyst does a video and she plays, this is not someone reenacting what happened with Kiely. This video is a couple years old. She's just showing his video. So here watch. I've got it muted, but the music and everything, it like gives you it's very creepy and scary. But watch how the car kind of does and watch what he does. So he gets out of the front, he can't get out the front. He ain't going to just sit there while the car fills up. Now he's in the back. Now this is a car, so it has no hatch, but he literally gets all the way up into that back like little cubby above the seat in between the glass trying to get his last bit of air as the
Within
car.
seconds. Within
Yep.
seconds. Yep.
And then watch him like in the back.
See the car how it is right now? See how the water level is? Right. You're going to be going away. You want to get away from the water. So instinct is going to push. It's going to make you want to go
See?
to the back.
And look at him. He's trying to get in the trunk and he can't, you know, it's a car. So there is no, but so that's pretty much exactly what you were kind of describing for people who hadn't seen that. I thought that was really good visuals. All the windows are up though. Right. So his car would have filled up a lot slower. Hers would have filled up faster. But still, that is what you would do. The point is you're naturally going to move towards the back as your car's sinking under. Now the car was flipped. I'm not convinced. To me personally, it makes sense that it would flip after it's on its nose, flip over like that. Now, people are saying it rolled from the side. I don't know how they would know that, but what do you think, Scott? How do you think it makes sense with the car flipping?
Well, you can't say how it flipped, right? There's no way to tell if it turtled over sideways on an angle, end over end. There's no way that you could, because you could jump the same car or drive the same car into water and it's going to react different than what hers might have. You know what I mean? So there's no way to tell exactly how it went in and how it went over.
I'm trying to block this guy in my chat. Do not ever come in here saying stuff like that in my chat. You are instantly blocked. I'm sorry. No, you just offended every mother with special needs children, every person with special needs family. Don't do that in here. Now,
Jody says she's crawling out a window, not crawling the back. Drive a car into water and see what you do. And do it in the dark. Me, I've done it, but in the dark, I'm telling you, you're just, as soon as that vehicle canters or tilts, you're disoriented. You're not going to know which way's up. You're not going to know where the windows are, where the seats are, nothing. You got to remember, it's completely dark.
Oh, God.
It's scary. A normal,
she would have to feel with her hands, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's on its way down, and it's cantering and drifting and tilting the whole way. You're total, and you can't see your bubbles. You can't let out bubbles to see which way is up because you still can't see them. It's dark. So it would be scary for me in the dark.
And Jody, the window would have had that water rushing in. So she would have been able to go out the window after it was completely full of water. And she would have had to hold her breath, she'd have to get in the back, wait for the exact second, hold her breath as soon as it goes underwater and climb out the window and swim out. That would have to be the only way, right? And then Megan, I hear what you're saying, but it's so hard for my brain to comprehend that without like visually seeing it. That's the way that my brain works. So it's really hard for me to totally understand that. But if
you look at AWP's drone, the car isn't straight to the or perpendicular to the shoreline. It's on a weird angle. It's not straight out. It's not sideways. It's on a weird angle when you look at how the car was positioned from their drone before it got touched.
I need to look at that again to have a.
But I mean, there's a million scenarios and there's a million theories on, and and you could look at it a million different ways on how it went when it went in, and nobody's ever going to know exactly the way it went because they weren't in the car with her, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
None of us are going to be able to figure that out, right?
Even what they say is not 100%. That's their guess. They're not AW. You know what I mean? They don't know 100% how it went in either.
But they're saying things in their video that aren't true, and they're making it look a certain way on purpose. Like when Jared said that it's indicative of it being in neutral when it gets pulled out, the wheels turning. I know a lot of people don't know that, but a car's wheels will roll and drive if it's not running and automatic. So by him saying that, I don't know why they're trying to push a scenario. And just like the tow truck driver saying that her car wouldn't start because it was in neutral, and everybody knows that if you put, not new cars with push button and electronic stuff, but a 13 will start in neutral. So
Crazy mama asking
yeah,
a question.
he corrected it because everybody came out and said that he was wrong, right? But he knew, though. He knows that a car will come out in gear because he's pulled a million cars out. That's the point I'm making. He knew that a car's wheels would roll and drive, and yet he said that. This is the questions I have for AWP. Why are they pushing this scenario? And I think I know why. What was the question?
Right here on the screen. And look, you guys, if you have a different opinion than him, that's okay. We're here to. I love that. I want to talk to the people that have different opinions. I actually agree with some of what you're saying, and some of it, I don't know. I kind of think it was an accident. And I agree with some of what you're saying. I have questions around the police and why they're waiting so long. I think that things are, if the police would come out, they already have the cause of death. If they would at least just release that, it would probably calm some things down. I have questions with that. I think they need to be more vocal. You guys remember they were doing press conferences every damn day at first, and now it's nothing. So I don't like that. And then yeah, the question on the screen. She says, "Why would they do this on purpose, though?"
Okay, here's why I think. And this stuff being found by this guy that went out there just kayaking and found all this stuff. You seen that,
Yeah.
right? Okay,
Yes.
that solidifies my what I think even more. Okay, when Ellie did their press conference, they totally swept AWP under the rug, or tried to. They didn't want to give AWP credit. They were embarrassed that AWP found her car before they did, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they kept, even after they acknowledged that AWP found it, they still said it was because of their footwork and their information that's why they found it. If you go back and listen to the presser, they really did AWP wrong. So I think, and then not only that, but when after AWP found the car, Ellie pushed them off the premises. They had to watch from across that creek.
Wow.
Okay,
Yeah.
then AWP sits there and watches Ellie extract this car completely wrong. Okay, they watched him not net the windows. They watched him not float it to flip it. They watched him drag it over onto its wheels underwater. They watched 3 different people reach in and turn the steering wheel to straighten it out to put it on the tow truck. They watched all this whole thing gone wrong when they pulled the car out, right?
Yeah.
So, because that's not how they do it.
I didn't realize that, but that's interesting. I guess they don't touch anything then, right? To keep it
No.
exact.
You don't even touch the steering wheel or the wheels. You use snatch blocks to pull the cable to one side of the tow truck to drag the car so it lines up. Yeah, you let it be how it is. You never do anything. So I can see AWP sitting there watching this, saying, oh my God, why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? They're screwing it all up." So, and now we find out that stuff fell out of the car when they rolled it. So I think that AWP, that this video, okay, the other thing that AWP did that they never do is go on panels. When has AWP ever went on all these YouTube channels on panel? They never have.
Yeah, I think I've only seen them talk to Mike over Suzanne Morphew. That's the only time I've actually seen them come out and talk to any YouTubers. They talked to that retired police officer, Mike, from... He has a big channel. What's it called? They did go on there over Suzanne Morphew, but yeah, that's the only time.
Jana says it can't even get it into neutral to start it. You can only put it in neutral after it started. Okay, turn the key to the on position and don't start it. Press your foot on the brake, push the button on the gear shifter and pull it down into neutral without trying to start it, but turn your key. Okay, when you put it into neutral, it'll start. Then then turn it back off. Then put your car in drive with it not running. And then get out and push it and it'll roll. Backwards, frontwards, doesn't matter.
Now, this is a good point. Jana says, could they be just very invested and want to make sure justice is served?
That could be it too. But with the misinformation that they put out on purpose when they know how things work, I think and they didn't say it that way, they implied it. Everything they're doing, they're implying. They're not actually saying it. And don't get me wrong, you guys, I love AWP. I just find it odd that the way they made their video, the way they implied everything, the way they went on panel, the way they're directing everybody's thoughts in a certain way, and everybody on YouTube is just going wild with it. You know, it just.
I'm so happy that you came up and gave this perspective, because I think that it's definitely not the popular one, or the one that we're hearing a lot of, right? Because like you said, we're kind of hearing a lot of the same, and I think it's really good to see things. It's better for me to see things balanced out and to hear all sides. I think you get a better view of actually what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Well, can I talk a little bit about like how they said it's not a wrong turn road, and everybody wants to know how
Sure.
Kiely got over there? Okay, so you've got the little, huh?
Would you want me to pull up any maps or anything like that? Is there something I can Google to pull up while you're like to show what you're talking about?
I've got maps. Do you have the SF Investigates drone footage?
Is it on YouTube?
I think so. Right when he pulls the drone up out of the party spot and it pans around, it kind of shows.
Well, let me look for it while you're talking, and I'll.
So everybody says I'm biased nonsense and I'm BS, but I'm taking everybody's words out of it. I'm looking at, the fact is her phone pinged at 12:33. The fact is her car was only found 600 feet from that, or yards, whatever it was.
Some people actually have been agreeing with you too, though. So that's
I'm looking at the fact that everything that AWP has in their video is implied, not fact or stated. It's making you think a certain thing.
Is this, I wonder, where it says Kiely's car spotted on drone footage. Oh, wait, here we go. Footage from their drone taken 18 hours before Kiely was found. This right here.
It's the drone footage where he pulls up out of the party spot and it pans. And it shows the creek, it shows the tree on that island, and it shows the beach, the end of the road where a car actually went in.
Well, you just talk about it, and I'll keep looking for it, I guess.
Okay, so you got the little thing that came out lately where the boys blocked the road, and then you got where the campers said a bunch of cars left, right?
Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna try to pull this up because I'm not exactly sure what. I've looked at it on a map like this. Hold on.
I got maps so I can show you what I think.
Do you want to screen? Are you on a computer?
Yeah.
You want to screen share your screen?
I can. Let's see. I'm not too good at this.
Stony Stone, his footage showed a vehicle 3 days later.
I don't have two screens going, so I don't know how to do it. Oh, wait, Chrome tab. I got it. I think I got it.
Yeah, you can share just the tab or whatever. It's exactly what all facts we have add up to.
Yeah, okay, I got it.
Okay, oh, perfect. Here we go. Okay.
Okay, so the party was, can you guys see my cursor?
Yep.
So the party was like here, right? Right in here somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and supposedly the way out is going this way and then turning left, right?
Mm-hmm.
And supposedly that's the campground's up over this way. And the boys went that way, everybody else went that way, and Kiely went this way, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she ended up, there's a little tree right here. and she ended up going this way at this Y, and she drove right off the end of this, right? And her car was like right here. Okay. So do you remember people talking about the shortcut?
I don't know if I heard about that.
Okay, well, let's zoom out. Kiely lives down 89 this way, right?
Okay.
So if you were to go out the normal way, let me see if I can get this. If you were to go out the normal way, these roads come out way, you got to drive way up here. This was like a harder trail, I guess. But this road where they're saying everybody goes comes out and comes way up here. So you're way north of where she lives. She lives way down here, this way. Way down here. Okay. So let's go back to this here. Do you remember somebody talking about the neighborhood, going the shortcut and going through the neighborhood?
I do remember talking about this, like the shortcut to her mom's house, but just like barely.
Okay, this is the neighborhood right here. And here's the Highway 89. Okay, and if you look at the back of the neighborhood, there's this hooked road right here. Okay, she went in right here.
Mm-hmm.
So by her turning right at this intersection doesn't mean she's going the wrong way. She's taking the shortcut, the short way. Plus everybody else.
She knew the back roads really good too, right? They said she was super familiar with the back roads and off-road.
So if you don't turn where she turned, if you follow this around, it goes across this gully right here. It goes across this little bit of water and it curves right around and goes into this neighborhood and comes 89's right there. So it's way shorter as far as the off-road time through these other roads to get home. So my theory is that, and if you look at SF drone footage, you can see there's about a 3 or 4 foot span of water that you got to cross right here. So my theory is that her wrong turn was right here at this Y, and when she came down onto this edge, even if she saw the water, I think that she might have thought it was this water and thought she only had to go across 3 or 4 feet and didn't even stop, thinking that she just had to go across that gully, and she straight drove into the lake. That's my logical explanation, because that's the short.
The little gully on camera.
SF has it on their drone. He pans, and I don't know where the video is. I've seen other people play it, but I haven't. I haven't went right to his page or whatever to see it. But it shows that gully, and then you got Verna who said on her very first interview that she went the shortcut and she drove through that gully in her car to get to the party spot.
Oh my gosh!
I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying it's the logical.
That's your theory, right?
It's very logical, and like her car not being in there till later, I don't see it. The logical explanation is that her phone last pinged. That's where her car was. Her car's been there since that night.
Now, what about, okay, so you said the party was up in that wooded area, which I know they were in the woods some, but also when you look at the pictures of where her car was found, you can see like a bunch of donut tracks in the dirt right there. And in like, where was it? Some people were saying that there were like photos and videos of some of the people at the party that were doing those kind of things, donuts and stuff. So where would that be at?
That video with the donuts wasn't even. That was in Michigan. That wasn't even there.
Okay, so where on Twitter? Okay, so where are the donuts in the picture though? Because like when they zoom out and you see the dirt, do you see like all the tracks, the circles where her car was? Where would that be on the map? I'm not good with directions at all.
I don't know where. I haven't seen what you're talking about, so I don't know. But I can talk about the tracks. You know how everybody says, well, how come they wouldn't have seen her tracks? How come they wouldn't have seen her tracks?
Yeah.
The problem is if you look at the news footage, if you look at SF Investigates drone, if you look at anybody else that's went out there, there's lots of tire tracks. And they're going into the water where people have launched their boat. like over here, they drive off of this, they drive, it depends on the water level. See this, the water level is way lower. This is Google Maps. I think the water level was more up here now.
Okay.
This
I think I
so there's
found it.
two
Oh, no,
so
maybe not.
there's too many tire tracks. There's tire tracks everywhere, so you couldn't discern what hers were compared to other people's, I guess what I'm saying.
Right. Well, yeah, the one I seen, like, the picture where, like, you can see right by where they've pulled her car out, you can see tire tracks all in the dirt everywhere. With the initial Prosser party. Okay, let's see. I would like to see an SUV drive in from shore and start floating, then sink. Okay, let me see something. I'm going to take your screen off for a second and share this, because this is on Twitter. When I search for the drone footage, this is what comes up. And then I have to go because I have a doctor's appointment. But so which one are we looking for? Would it be this? Because this looks like it's been up since August 18th.
It's the one where he shows where his car's parked. Yeah, it was the early one. His car was parked. He was down, like, it shows in where the party was, and then it flies up. But it shows that gully.
Is it this? Oh, poor baby. My God. Wouldn't that be where her car was, right there? Like, where that little, like, where the water comes through?
Yeah, right after where the water goes into the right. I think her car was right there on the left. But this isn't the part, but I'd have to find it. He comes up out of the woods. It's when he takes off.
Okay, let's see. Wait, is this that gully? No, this is the whole thing. This one, is this where people say you can see her vehicle in there, or no?
Yeah, there's some tracks right there. But yeah, I would think there'd be tracks all over the place with the water level being lower.
Wait, is this where that split is that she would have had to? It's so confusing for me. I told you I'm not good with directions. Hold on, let's see that if there's any other drone footage. Stunning drone footage, that's the same. Drone footage of Coldstream Road.
But the problem with this whole case is here. Let me do a psychic thing here. No, I'm not really psychic. I can almost tell you that what's going to happen is they're going to come back that it was an accident. Maybe not an accident, but they're going to say that she drowned. They don't have to come up with a whole autopsy, right? But they do have to come up with manner of death and cause of death. Even if she's a minor, that's what goes on the death certificate.
Yeah, which would be drowning, right? If she.
So if they come back that she drowned and there's no evidence pointing to a homicide or anything like that, what do you think YouTube's going to do? They're going to go into another whole swirl of frenzy about how somebody like held her under the water first, and you know what I mean? There's going to be a million more scenarios that come out. I just got that feeling that's what's going to happen.
You know, that's exactly how it is. You've seen with Summer. This case, people who didn't follow Summer Wells don't, like, maybe didn't see, or maybe if you're covering this case and you haven't covered one that's currently happening and on, like, unfolding as you're covering it, you are going to hear so many false things. You won't find out for a while, but a lot of the things that you hear and see are going to be lies. And I don't know why people do that. But like with Summer's case, I mean, It was constantly. And I don't believe that any case that gets this amount of attention is going to be much different. I just really don't. Um,
And the whole thing about why does the family get mad? Like, why are people getting mad at AWP and like Jagger going off on his page, right? Well, imagine if you know more than what we know. Like he talks to the mom and the dad and stepdad and whoever else, so he knows more than we do. So if there's nothing pointing toward a homicide, say, and it's basically that she, drove in the water and drowned, right? I would be doing the same thing he's doing. If
yeah.
AWP is saying stuff, implying stuff that isn't how it was, then I would be online yelling at them too. You understand what I'm
Yeah, that
saying?
makes sense. Yeah, I do.
Right. So I don't think they're mad at AWP for finding her. I think people are mad at AWP for what they're implying in the picture they're trying to paint. Exactly.
See, for me, I felt like when mom came out and had and put her statement out, Jagger or whoever, him running his mouth, Sammy's post, that doesn't mean much to me. But mom, like what she has to say means something to me. You know what I mean? So she was not happy with the way things happened. That kind of took me back a little bit
Hmm.
because that's important.
It's so
Um,
amazing to watch what people say in chat. It's like amazing to me that people have like they
well,
see what they want to see and they hear what they want to hear, and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
I know. Well,
Like
you
somebody
guys just
thinks I
be
was on several lives tonight. I haven't been on several lives.
yeah, you guys just be kind to each other. And yeah, if
You
you
guys all
don't
got to
agree,
remember, I'm the guy that drove halfway across the country. I'm just an artist to look for Summer Wells. Like, I don't even
and
care,
I cannot wait to get you on to talk about that.
and I
I
haven't even been
really
on my channel in like 4 months. I could care less about clicks and views and subs. It doesn't,
look.
that's not
Some
even,
people are saying nice thing. Look, Scott has a brand. He's thinking for himself. You guys, there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I love it. I'm so thankful you came up here and gave your opinion, especially because sometimes it's not easy to give it when it's not the popular one.
it's
Because
not at
yeah,
all. I think it's a simple accident. The car went in the water right after her last phone ping. I think that Sammy is narcissistic and controlling and wants to be in front of the camera. She might have like mental disorders like borderline or bipolar or whatever. Who knows what her reasons are? But I don't think Sammy doesn't know anything. She didn't even know what the sunroof, what clothes she's wearing. She doesn't know any. She doesn't
no,
know
she doesn't.
she doesn't know anything. Like, don't even listen to her. She doesn't even that. Yeah. So I just try to think logically and take everybody's words out of it and look at the map, why she would have went that way to go home. That she's familiar with driving off road. The fact that her car was found right by the phone ping.
Hey Scott, okay, I have an appointment at 11:30. It's telehealth, so I have to get off here by like 11:15 at the latest, and my computer is actually dying, which I'm going to walk inside so that doesn't happen. But
But
can
I have so
Red
much more to say. Oh
I
my
know. Well,
god.
you have to come back on because I want to talk about Summer. I have a lot to say about that. And I think that I'm sad she's not getting attention. So maybe in the next day or two, we can do that. I'm going to plug up to the computer. But Red sent a link to your Instagram of that drone footage.
Oh, I can't get to my Instagram on my computer. I never done that. It's only on my phone.
Well,
I
do you
don't
have your
know.
phone in your hand? If you can,
Yeah.
well, let me know. Maybe I can find it real quick if you just know the title.
Oh, if I go look at where it, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people, even a lot of people have enjoyed hearing your opinion. Actually,
I
like
don't.
I love the way his brain works. I'd like to hear you speak on Summer too. Me and Scott have both been there, so it's really going to be a fun and interesting conversation. I can't. Let's not even get into it because I will not be able to stop. That is one that is like one of the closest to my heart, and I'm really, really passionate about it. So I really haven't seen much about her. Anyways, it's the perfect time because it'll keep her name and face out there a little bit, and we can sit down and have like a long talk about it. That'll be fun.
I haven't got a message on my Instagram.
Is it in your request?
Oh, let's see. How do I go to that? Oh, wait. Yeah, maybe request. Oh, yeah. 3 minutes ago. Hold on.
Yay. It's the original footage, so not really a title to send you. It's in DMs. Allie, you need to go to doctor. I've enjoyed this live. Thank you, hippie sissy. Thank you, crazy mama. Get your ass off here for your appointment.
It's on Vimeo.
They say you're really very good at drawing too in the chat. Tell the chat.
Yeah, I draw sometimes. Yeah, I'll have to look because it's when he pulls it up out of the woods. It's like when he's taken off. So I'm gonna have to find that, and then when we come back on a different time, I can show you to compare like where I think she drove or was going to drive, I should say, because she could have came in that way too. Why would you go up way north 5 more miles and come in all them dirt roads, like how rough that road is for that whole way, when you could go through a neighborhood, sneak through a little gully, and boom, you're there. So it just makes sense.
Right.
It makes sense to me. And seeing her videos of her off-roading before, makes that more logical too.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so when do you want to try to do something this weekend? Are you free this weekend?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll email you, and maybe Saturday or we can do something, maybe Saturday or Sunday or tomorrow. And then, yeah, I guess I'll hop off of here. Thank you for coming up. This has been really, really interesting. You two should collab on a shirt. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
All right, Scott, I guess I'll go. They're fussing at me not to be late for my appointment, which I really can't be, but
Okie dokie. Well, I went through everything kind of fast and couldn't explain like how I came to the conclusions I came. So maybe when you have more time, we can do like one on Kiely and one on Summer.
All right, let's do that. Two-parter, like a one, because I think that we will definitely need a whole live just for Summer, especially. I know that because I have a lot to say and a lot to talk about. Okay. Did you see my comments? It'll help with people thinking there's a reason law enforcement hasn't released info about cause of death. I didn't see it, but I'll scroll back. All right, Scott, thank you for coming. I hate to run, but I have to go. And maybe later, if we have time, we'll come back on later or do something. Just email me or message me. You know how to get in touch with me. And
well, my page won't let me. There's no message button. So I think you got on my Scotty Skulls page. You got or on Instagram. You could message me on Instagram too. I can't message you first on my Facebook page. It won't let me. I don't know why.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll do that. I'll try to message you first, and if not, I'll find you on Instagram.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, chat. I appreciate all of you guys so much, and I'll see you soon. I got to go. I'm getting fussed out in the chat too, so I know I better. Okay. I'll talk to you soon, okay?
All right, later.
Bye. Thanks, guys.